Good morning, everybody. Long time no see. I am back in the studio today. Tim Lovett, Higher Ground. I appreciate you coming in.
Sean, thanks for having me, man.
Man, it's my pleasure. We've known each other for a while. Did some work for you when you did the new rebranding.
Yeah.
There's still one box to check on that.
I know we'll get around to it someday. Yeah, no worries.
Before I retire or you retire.
Yeah.
We'll get it done. So I've got you in today. You're working with Catherine Gill, and she kind of spearheaded this, having you come in.
Yeah.
So thank her putting
absolutely.
us together and having us in.
She's been good. Came in and helped me out with the little website redesign and the little social media stuff.
Yeah.
And it's been a good thing.
She's good for us because she kind of prefers like you and I doing things, and then with her other ventures that she's got. So she's a good point of contact for anybody in town to have, and especially from a business-to-business standpoint, she's great for the folks here in the community.
Yeah.
So we've got you in today to talk about your business.
Yeah.
What's special about it, what you like about it. So let's start from the beginning. When did you purchased Higher Ground?
I purchased Higher Ground from the original owners back in October of 2010.
Okay.
Prior to that, I was in the athletic sporting goods industry, which I think I remember you from back in the day when you were in the restaurant industry. We used to bump into each other around town.
We did.
But
it goes way back.
Right. And, I was ready for a change, and they were ready for a change. So I came in, and we kind of worked out a deal, and I ended up being the new owner of Higher Ground Outfitters.
You looked the part.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, I'm sure it's I don't know. I'm not going to say it's a stressless job because we all know better than that.
Oh, yeah.
But you definitely fit the vibe. You know, you seem relaxed. You do have a good persona.
Well, thank you. It's a relaxing job most of the time, but it's like any other job. We go through our stressful periods.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
Getting to be able to spend time on the water and help people get acclimated to Beaufort is what we spend a lot of time doing. We carry a lot of clothing and gear that helps make you comfortable in the sauna, as we say.
It can be intimidating getting on the water for the first time in a kayak or a paddleboard or whatever that activity is.
For sure, and we do a lot of that in the store, talk to people about the tides and the wind and oyster beds and pluff mud and the things that are actually dangerous around here. But the usual question is, what about sharks and alligators? That's the talking people down from the ledge. Is like that. Sure. They're not going to bother you. Just don't go out on a super windy day and stay out of the mud. And stay off the oyster beds. Yeah,
you definitely don't want to get stuck in pluff mud, especially if it's low tide's coming in and you're literally stuck. That'd be horrible. What do you guys specialize in? What's your top seller?
Our top seller right now is a brand called Free Fly.
Okay.
And they're based out of Charleston. They started out with one shirt, long sleeve sun shirt, and instead of it being the polyester synthetic, what you normally see out there, they created a very lightweight bamboo-based fabric. So it wicks the moisture, it keeps you cool, keeps the sun off of you, and makes a super hot, humid day in Beaufort more tolerable. And we've seen it go from, it started out as sort of a fly fishing guide, designed it to anybody and everybody wears it now.
Oh, wow.
Because
good for them.
It's a good product, and it does what it's supposed to do,
Do they just do shirts, or do they have other
No,
apparel?
They've expanded out. They've got shirts. They've got lightweight long sleeve pants, shorts, swimwear, just about anything that you could think of to, enjoy the lifestyle down here. And
it doesn't necessarily have to be for people on the water, because if you're golfing or if you're just out and about.
Exactly.
Because I think about the things that we do, like we're at events, water festival, for example, 10 days, and some of those days are extremely hot.
It can be brutal.
And so I need to think about that next year.
Yeah, I thought about, I brought you a little swag, but I should have hooked you up with a Free Fly shirt for sure.
Yeah, and are they branded, or do they come generic where they just maybe like a small logo, or do they have other?
It's a very small logo. You might not even notice it, so it's not like you're a billboard walking around. So it's,
I do love a Richardson 112 hat. I do wear those quite often. And before we went live, I told Tim he's got a great head of hair. I don't have that. Those jeans didn't come with me, but this is fantastic. I love it. I love the brown with the blue. It's a great contrast.
That's awesome.
And a koozie, and you can't go wrong with a shirt as well. So I appreciate that.
Yes,
That's huge. Definitely not expected, so it's always a surprise when anybody brings us any gifts.
Enjoy.
So from hardware, what else could somebody do? So say someone's coming into town, they want to go out on the water for the first time. They've been referred to you by somebody else.
Yeah.
What can they expect when they come inside?
So you come to the shop. We offer rentals and tours. We're doing more rentals now than we are tours because of our on-water location right there on Ladies Island. We're kind of right by dockside in front of the Ladies Island Marina. So we've got a slip, behind the store, right by the water that's got kayaks and paddleboards all lined up. We bring people in. We talk to them about which way the tide's going, which way the wind's blowing, and we've got a nice 2-mile loop that goes around the marsh. So you get a little downtown drawbridge along the way. You get in the cut through the marsh, and there's dolphin and birds and fish and all the things, and you loop back around. So it's like you're going 2/3 with the tide and 1/3 against the tide. So it's a pretty leisurely paddle that most anybody could handle. So it's a nice day to get out with the kids or family members who've never been to Beaufort before.
That's huge.
Nice experience. Yeah, for sure.
And do you do a lot of sales? I mean, like new sales, someone's coming in and says, let's do this. So what is the percentage of people that come in that rents? Maybe they're locals and they rent. And they're like, what, I want to buy.
That's very, very common. And we have the ability to let people try it before they buy it.
There we go.
Versus going into a store, big box store, and going, I'll take that one, and not having any idea how it paddles, how it performs, whether you're comfortable in it. So we can actually take a new product or a demo of a new product to the water, put you in it, let you paddle it around, and it helps a lot with
I could see that.
The decision making is like buying a car without ever trying it out. It's kind of silly, isn't it?
Do you go with them on their first trip? So someone comes in and maybe it's their first time rental. Would you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We paddle with them. We give them instruction and advice and all the things.
Okay, so they're on the way.
Make sure that they are good to go before we send them out on their own.
Any horror stories that you've experienced from a guest when they've been out there? Not to say horror per se, but maybe when someone's had a bad experience or they flipped over or they got super nervous or anxious and they just couldn't do it?
In all the years that we've been doing this, I can think of maybe one or two, and it's been minor stuff.
Yeah,
so we've been very fortunate, and I do hear stories. I'm friendly with Beaufort Water Search and Rescue, which is an all volunteer organization that if you call 911 and you're stuck on the water, whether it be a boat or a kayak, that what we were talking about before, people mistakenly follow that pretty little path that looks like it goes into the marsh on an outgoing tide, and they end up stuck in the mud and have to call somebody to come get them out.
Oh, man. I can't even imagine.
I know. It can be a horrifying experience for sure.
And I don't think, I'm trying to think back if I've never paddleboard, that's for sure. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Stand-up paddleboard. That's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have I ever been? I don't even know if I've been in a kayak, to be honest with you. Maybe a canoe back in the day.
Yeah.
But I've never done anything here on the water. Hell, I've never even done the Ghost Tour or any other tour. I've been here 30 years.
Right.
And never done any tours.
You need to get out more,
I know,
man.
I do.
You're working too much.
I am working too much. That's it. I've signed up for it, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely need to get with you and go out because I've done some drone work through the CVB for you, and I've experienced it from an aerial standpoint, but never actually on the water.
I think you'd like it.
I'm sure I would.
Yeah. That would be cool.
What is the best time to go out? Time of year?
I really like the spring and fall because the temperatures are much more tolerable.
Yeah.
It's 70s to 80s versus 90s to 100 in the summertime. But it's strange. The majority of our rentals and things like that, I think, happen during the summer because people are on vacation, they're out of school, or they're visiting Beaufort. But we've been trying to convince people that live here that those are the best times to paddle, and a lot of people have the misconception that if you're going kayaking or paddleboarding, you're getting in the water, and if you're doing it correctly, you're not getting in the water. So the water temperature's not as big of a deal. But being comfortable out there is nice.
Yeah, I get that. Do you take your rentals? So say if somebody's on FREP, do they have their own, or do you deliver some of your kayaks to even some of the outer lying?
So that's a big thing that we do. We offer, and a lot of it comes through Airbnbs or people that are renting a house on the water for a week, and they would like to have some gear. Yep. And for longer term rentals, we'll deliver to Fripp, we'll deliver to St. Helena, wherever, drop off at the beginning of the week, pick up at the end of the week, which is great. Yeah. Now, when they do that, is there any criteria that they have to sign a waiver that says for their safety
that you're not held liable?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, we do have a safety waiver that covers all that, and it also covers a lot of the things that we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
What to be careful about, what
Yeah.
to watch out for.
Best practices.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. Because last thing you want is someone to get out there and get caught and then put the blame on you. Well, they didn't do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a reason for all the small print with everybody.
We got it all covered.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you got? You brought in something new. Let's
this is
see.
kind of a new product for us. This is a turtle box. It is basically, this is like a Pelican box, so it's waterproof. It's a big, like 6x9 speaker, which I remember. I think you're a car guy. I think we put those back in the day.
Yeah.
But it has incredible sound, super durable. It's got little tie-down points. So if you're taking it on your boat or in your kayak or whatever, and you want to bring your tunes with you, it's a cool thing.
Yeah. Nice design.
Yeah. It's well done. They did a good job.
Bluetooth, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Bluetooth.
Do some inputs.
You can actually, there's inputs in there. You could use it as a, like with a microphone. And they've also made them where you can pair them. So say you've got two and you wanted stereo sound, and I've seen a lot of people that are kind of replacing their home stereo or their, I heard you talking to Alexa.
I did have Alexa. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But it's just it's a cool, built for the outdoors. Super durable, waterproof speaker. Which,
rechargeable kind of a deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Got super long battery life. I think it's like a couple of days.
Wow.
Just depending on, I guess, how loud you're blaring it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it depends on the mood you're in. Yeah, that's fantastic. Is there an MSRP for that, or?
That comes in at $430. So they're not cheap.
No, but it's
super
it's
high
gonna
quality.
last.
Yeah, it's gonna last.
It'll take the beating of the saltwater air.
And we have a smaller version they call the Ranger that I think's around $270.
Okay.
That's really cool. It's got a super strong magnet on it. So if you're like on your golf cart or whatever,
just stick it right there.
Stick it to
that's perfect.
Whatever.
Any multiple colors, or is it kind of just a standard?
It does come in multiple colors. We've got 3 or 4 different ones. I couldn't name them all. But like a black, a gray, a white. The Ranger comes in this little turquoise color, but cool design.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Anything else specifically you want to talk about or mention or plug?
We do have a big sale coming up for Labor Day weekend, and we're actually going to start it a week early. The fall merchandise is already starting to come in, so it's whatever is left over. We've got some great deals on paddle boards, kayaks, all of our spring and summer clothing blowing that stuff, and whenever the cooler weather gets here, we're going to be ready because we'll have some, some fleecy fall type merchandise coming in.
I love fall, dude. I love fall. I love a real fall. I mean, our fall is a little bit different than everybody else's, but I love the cooler weather. I'd rather dress to get warm than to declothe to get cool.
Yeah.
But I love a good multiple layered jacket or two, like a hoodie and anything. What's your address?
We are at 95 Factory Creek Court. That's on Ladies Island, and we are, most people know, I'll say we're between the filling station and Dockside, and people are like, I know.
2 great neighbors.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could not pinpoint yourself in between 2 better businesses in the community.
It's nice, especially when our people come off the water a lot of times. We paddle past the back porch of the filling station, and I'm like, if you're looking for a cold beer after your paddle, that's a good place to go get one.
I haven't been back. They have, I guess, a new lunch menu. Obviously, they have new owners, but I need to make a trip over there on my reluctant foodie side. Try. They have a burger special coming on this week and all this other stuff.
I saw that. That looks good.
It did. Hours of operation?
We are 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday.
7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Most small businesses.
It's like you got to do it.
Yeah. They a lot of folks I think will be closed on them, and I understand for staffing sometimes, but I think keeping consistent hours.
Yep. That's
and
very
being
important.
there when folks aren't at work or when they have availability.
Yeah.
Just being open. Where else can they find website?
Website, highergroundoutfitters.com.
Okay.
We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. I think that's it for now.
Great social presence. I see the stuff that you guys are doing, and anytime I see something, I'll share it to Visit Beaufort to let tourists know.
Always much appreciated.
Yeah. Okay.
The more the merrier.
Always.
Yeah.
And that's just to be seen.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, Tim, I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, Sean.
Yep. Thank you, sir. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll catch you at the next one.